Look, kid, I'm not here to lie to you. The world's a tough place and it doesn't show mercy. People are born, they struggle, and then they die. That's the harsh truth. I've seen a lot, gone through a lot. I won't sugarcoat it for you. You're not the only one who's been crushed by life. You're not the only one who's felt like the whole world is laughing at them. I've been there too. I've been in that dark place where every breath feels like a fight, and every step feels like you're carrying a mountain. I've watched friends fall apart, seen good people turn into something unrecognizable, and I've lost everything that ever mattered to me. So don't come to me looking for empty words or false promises. But listen, kid. Even when everything seems hopeless, even in the deepest darkness, there's still something worth holding on to. Life is full of pain and struggle, but it's also about finding something, anything, to keep fighting for. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's the truth. You've got to find your reason, your purpose, no matter how small it may seem. That's what keeps you moving forward when everything else is falling apart. You think I've never wanted to just give up? To lie down and let the world take me? I've had those nights staring at the sky, wondering if there's any point to it all. And sometimes there isn't. Sometimes there's no grand reason. But you know what? The only reason to keep going is because you're too stubborn to quit. Because if you quit, if you let this world break you, then that's it. That's giving this godforsaken world the last laugh. I've seen the bottom, kid. I've seen the kind of darkness that swallows you whole and leaves you feeling empty. But even in that void, there's a flicker of light. It's weak, it's faint, but it's there. You've got to cling to that. You've got to fight for it. As long as you're breathing, as long as your heart is still beating, you've got a chance. A chance to turn things around, to make something out of the chaos life throws at you. It's not about being happy all the time, or even most of the time. It's about finding those small moments of peace, those tiny victories that remind you why you're still here. Maybe it's the sunrise, the sound of rain, or a kind word from a stranger. Whatever it is, hold on to it. Let it fuel you, let it give you the strength to keep moving forward no matter how broken you feel. And don't for a second think that you're alone in this. We all carry our scars and burdens. Some of us just hide them better than others. But there's strength in that too, knowing you're not the only one fighting this battle. There's a brotherhood in suffering, a kinship in pain. We're all in this together, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Yeah, life's tough. It's unfair, it's cruel, and it doesn't care about your dreams or plans. But you can't let it beat you. You can't let it turn you into someone you're not. Hold on to your humanity. Even when it feels like everything is slipping through your fingers, hold on to the things that make you who you are. The things that make life worth living, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem. You've got a fire inside you, kid. I can see it even if you can't. It's what's kept you going this far, and it's what will keep you going when things get tougher. Don't let that fire die. Feed it, Nurture it. Let it burn as bright as it can. Because as long as you've got that fire, as long as you've got the will to fight, you've got a chance, and sometimes that's all you need. You're stronger than you think, stronger than you know. Life can beat you down, it can break you, but it can't take away that strength. That's yours, and it's what will carry you through the hardest times. So stand up, dust yourself off, and keep fighting. Because as long as you're breathing, as long as your heart is still beating, you've got a chance to make things better, and that's worth holding on to. You know, I had a friend once, a good man, tough as nails, but with a heart too big for this world. He fought battles that would have broken most men, but he always came out the other side, every single time. But he had his demons just like we all do. One night, he looked at me and said, "I'm done, man. I can't keep fighting." I told him the same thing I'm telling you now. He was stronger than he knew. He had a fire inside him that wouldn't let him quit. But he didn't listen. He gave up. And it broke my heart to see him go like that. But it also taught me something. It taught me that giving up is the easy way out. It's the path of least resistance. But it's not the path of a warrior. The warrior's path is hard, it's brutal, but it leads to something greater. It's the path to redemption, to finding purpose even in the midst of pain. So when you feel like you can't go on, when the weight of the world feels like it's going to crush you, remember this: you're not alone. Remember that there's a strength inside you that's greater than any challenge you'll face. And remember, giving up is never an option. Not for a warrior, not for someone who's been through what you've been through. You've got a story, kid, a story that's still being written. Yeah, it's got its share of dark chapters, moments that'll make you question everything. But it's also got moments of triumph, of victory, of finding light in the darkest places. And those moments, they're worth fighting for. They're worth the pain, the struggle, and the heartache. Because those moments, those small victories, are what make life worth living. Don't let the darkness win. Don't let the world beat you down. You've got too much fight in you for that. You've got too much strength, too much fire. As long as you've got that, as long as you're willing to keep pushing forward, you've got a chance. A chance to turn things around, to find your purpose, to write your own story. When you wake up tomorrow and the day feels just as bleak as the last, remember this conversation. Remember that you have a choice. You can lie down and let the world trample over you, or you can stand up and fight back. And I don't just mean with your fists or your anger. I mean with every bit of willpower you've got left. With every small act of defiance, every moment of kindness you can give. Even when it feels like you've got nothing left to give, those small victories add up. They build a foundation that no storm can wash away. You've got to believe in something bigger than the pain, bigger than the struggles. Maybe it's a dream you buried long ago. Maybe it's a person who needs you. Or maybe it's just the simple act of proving the world wrong. Whatever it is, find it. Hold on to it and let it drive you. Because as long as you're still breathing, as long as there's a beat in your heart, you've got a chance to change your story. And that's something no amount of darkness can ever take away from you. It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to feel like the world's against you. But it's not okay to give up. It's not okay to let the world win. You're a warrior, and warriors don't quit. They fight, they endure, and they come out stronger on the other side. And you will too. So stand up, dust yourself off, and keep fighting. Because you're not alone in this. We're all in this together. We're all fighting our own battles. But together, we're stronger. Together we can face anything. And together, we can find a way through the darkness. So don't give up. Not now, not ever. Because you're a warrior, and warriors never quit.